I was escaping trauma. You're trying to leave poverty, or you're trying to leave a chaotic situation, and the recruiter comes knocking on your door, and you're like, okay, well, fine. I didn't have any, money to do anything else but try to figure out a way to take care of myself and leave the situation that I felt was really problematic for me. I wanted to create a different reality for myself. And I don't come from money. My parents were immigrants. And so joining the military at the time, they presented education, travel, all the things that as a young person you would say, yes, I'm going to do that. I just really never, I never really reclaimed myself. I really just had to keep walking on eggshells. And I still remember his name. Came up behind me, grabbed my chest, put his little white dick on my ass. Like all the staff sergeants, staff NCOs, everybody was just walking around. And he just walked up behind me like he was getting ready to fuck me from behind and just grabbed me. And I froze. The culture in the military. Yeah, interesting. It's toxic masculinity. That's what is the culture. Because that was just the first of many experiences of grabbing and touching. I had one staff sergeant that would come into my section on a weekly, if not daily basis and tell me to my face how nice I would taste. Like all he wanted to do was dip me in chocolate and eat me out. If he just had some whipped cream, if he could just bend me over, what I would taste like on a daily basis. Multiple levels of blackness, queerness, of otherness in my experience of being in the military. And I'm supposed to be asking help from my fellow Marines, and they couldn't even see the need beyond the fact that I didn't present. Like I didn't look like I needed help. You know what I mean? Like I didn't look feminine enough. I didn't look delicate enough. I wasn't delicate enough, and so I didn't get the help. And I just thought it was just such a tension. Like I need to be tough to be a Marine. So I need to be tough in this moment. But at that particular time, I actually needed the band of brothers to help me, and they didn't because I was too tough. It was, for me, the racial part of it was that I think there was language around what Black girls were like, the roughness, that it was something that I may be used to. Like, I bet you would like it like this, because I'm sure that's how you used to do it. And I can remember one incident, even queerness, like being, and I was even out at that time. Like I wasn't even out. But I remember because I wasn't comfortable engaging anyone in that space, I kept to myself. And that was even a problem. Oh, so you must be a fucking lesbian. You don't even like men. So there was just a taunt, like if you don't want to be touched, you don't want to be groped, you had to be something other than not wanting to be touched or groped. You couldn't just want to be respected. You just didn't want to be seen as another Marine doing her job, like functioning, trying to figure things out as a young person. We decided that we're going to do exposure therapy. It's kind of like a CBT therapy, cognitive behavior therapy. And I just finished that cognitive behavior therapy last week. And it was focusing on a particular incident I had in the military that was always kind of like in my mind when I would trigger, would be like my go-to experience. But I never knew how to talk about it because there was so many missing pieces, and it felt dirty, and I felt dirty. It was just really confusing. But in that experience of exposure therapy and really being intentional about talking about it and kind of figuring out like what was actually going on, the triggers, the headaches, the anxiety, what I discovered was like a larger picture. You know, motherhood and military has been an interesting journey. So I got out and I married a military man who happens to be also Jamaican. And he did 22 years, and we had 3 daughters. And the impact that both of our military journey have had on our children has been, I mean, now as they're older, like my oldest is 24 and 18 and 16, and I can see, even having conversations with them, that I can see that over the years, I didn't notice it at the time, but over the years, the impact of having, you know, both parents having military experience and the trauma that comes with that for them, the moving, the mood swings from me based on my own journey of sexual trauma, the kind of toxic masculine behavior from their dad who was in the military. There was definitely some residual impact that presented on them because they weren't able to create like deep connections and friendships. They just kept moving. And my oldest daughter, for a long time, you know, felt like she needed to protect me from her father. And I didn't even notice until I got out way after, even after I left her dad. She really was experiencing, all of them was experiencing a level from what they expressed, a level of, I think, emotional and psychological violence that I didn't even notice. Because again, I was trapped in my own bubble of dealing with my own trauma, but also trying to be a mom and trying to be a wife and trying to be, you know, whatever it is I was trying to be at the time. So as far as the whole PTSD and sexual trauma, it's a part of my life. It's a part of my journey, but it doesn't control me anymore. I'm controlling it, and life is good.